Hi there. It's November 16th and time for Proverbs 16. Not as exciting as 15, but there's lots of good stuff in here. Okay. 1. Of man are arrangements of the heart, and from Jehovah an answer of the tongue. All right, get that? The reflections of heart belong to man, but the answer of the tongue is from the Lord. All the ways of man are pure in his own eyes, and Jehovah is pondering the spirits, or evaluates the motives, right? All your ways are pure in your own eyes. They seem right to you, but the Lord looks at the motive. Yeah? Okay, 3. Roll unto Jehovah thy works, and established are thy purposes. Commit your activities to the Lord, and your plans will be achieved. Okay? Everything. Commit everything to the Lord. Shall we highlight that? I think so. Why not? 4. All things hath Jehovah wrought for himself, and also the wicked worketh for a day of evil. Okay? The Lord has prepared everything for his purpose, even the wicked for the day of disaster. Everything, right? 5. An abomination to Jehovah is every proud one of heart. Hand to hand he is not acquitted. Everyone proud of heart is detestable to the Lord. Be so sure you will not go unpunished, right? Right? Pride. We've been saying that God hates pride. He hates pride, okay? Humble. God likes humble. Okay, 6. In kindness and truth pardoned is iniquity, and in the fear of Jehovah turn thou aside from evil. Yeah. Old language, huh? Wickedness is atoned for by loyalty and faithfulness, and one turns from evil by fear of the Lord. Loyalty and faithfulness is kindness. I like kindness. I use that all the time, kindness. Kindness and truth. In kindness and truth should be a comma there. Pardoned is iniquity. Right. Atoned for. And in fear of Jehovah, right? One turns from evil. Right. 7. When a man's ways please Jehovah, even his enemies he causeth to be at peace with him. Right. If you're pleasing God, nobody's going to bother you, okay? Nobody will bother you. Remember that. Better is a little with righteousness than abundance of increase without justice. Right. He said that yesterday, didn't he? Then great income with injustice, ill-gotten gain. Right? Better is a little with righteousness. Remember that next time you want to be rich for no reason. If you want to be rich, it means you're not happy in your present situation. And that can be fixed, right? And money won't fix it. Okay? 9. The heart of man deviseth his way, and Jehovah establisheth his step. Right? You can plan your way, but God's going to have his way, right? If you're following him, you're going to follow him. 10. An oath is on the lips of a king. In judgment his mouth trespasseth not. God's verdict is on the king's lips of a king. His mouth should not give an unfair judgment. Okay. We don't have kings, do we? 11. A just beam balances are Jehovah's. His work are all the stones of the bag. Right. God loves just scales. Right? Honest balances and scales are the Lord's. All the weights in the bag are his concern. Right? Now, he talks about cheating people a lot in here, and he uses scales as a, It was a word lesson. 12, an abomination to kings is doing wickedness, for by righteousness the throne is established. Right? Wicked behavior is detestable to kings, it says over there. By righteousness a throne is established. 13, the delight of kings are righteous lips, and whoso is speaking uprightly he loveth. Right? Righteous lips. Tell the truth. 14, the fury of a king is messengers of death, and a wise man pacifieth it. You don't want to make the king mad, right? A wise man appeases it. He said, we don't have kings, but in those days, you did not want to make the king angry. 15, in the light of a king's face is life, and his goodwill is as a cloud of the latter rain. Right? All about kings, okay? When they had kings, one person that ruled over everybody. 16, to get wisdom, how much better than gold, and to get understanding, to be chosen than silver. Right? Wisdom is better than money, treasure, silver, gold. Right? It's much better. It says it right there. 17, a highway of the upright is a turn from evil. Whoso preserving his soul is watching his way. The highway of the upright avoids evil. One who guards his way protects his life. Right? Stay on the path. Follow the way, they call it. 18, before destruction is pride, and before stumbling a haughty spirit. Right? Pride goeth before a fall. Right? And we know God hates pride. Right? God hates pride. A haughty spirit. Think you're all that, right? Till you fall and everybody sees you. 19, better is humility of spirit with the poor than to apportion spoil with the proud. Better to be of lowly spirit with the humble than to divide plunder with the proud. Yeah, probably. Probably true. 20, the wise in any matter findeth good, and whoso is trusting in Jehovah owe his happiness. The one who trusts in the Lord will be happy. The one who understands a matter finds success. Right? Findeth good. Trust in the Lord will be happy. Oh, his happiness. I like that. 21, to the wise in heart is called intelligent, and sweetness of lips increaseth learning. Some of these are just, I'm not big on the old language, okay? That's why I have the other one over here. Anyone with a wise heart is called discerning, and pleasant speech increases learning. Right? Say nice things. Only say nice things. Right? Increases learning. And people will think you're intelligent. 22, the fountain of life is understanding to its possessors. The instruction of fools is foolishness. Inside is the fountain of life, but the discipline of fools is folly. 23, the heart of the wise causeth his mouth to act wisely, and by his lips he increaseth learning. Right? You got that? The heart of the wise causeth his mouth to act wisely. And what have I been saying? Say only kind things, uplifting things, edifying things. Yeah? And by his lips you increase learning. 24, sayings of pleasantness are honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and healing to the bones. Right? Let's put that there. Say nice things, okay? Only say nice things. There is a way right before a man, and its latter end ways of death. Right? It's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way to death. Right? 26, a laboring man hath hath labored for himself, for his mouth hath caused him to bend over it. A worker's appetite works for him because his hunger urges him on. It's a much simpler way to say that, right? You work because you're hungry. Right? 27, a worthless man is preparing evil, and on his lips as a burning fire. Right. Speech is like scorching fire. You don't want to be that kind of speaker. Right? And for what man sendeth forth contention, a talebearer is separating a familiar friend. This is gossip, okay? God hates gossip because it separates friends. That's when you tell somebody, or somebody tells somebody something that somebody else told them, that confided in them. I'm confiding in you. Don't tell anybody else this. But you do. And that's gossip, and you just lost a friend, maybe even separated an entire church. Okay? Gossip is not a good thing. 29, a violent man enticeth his neighbor, and hath caused him to go in a way not good. Right? Be nice to your neighbors. Okay? Be nice to your neighbors. 30, consulting his eyes to devise forward things, moving his lips, he hath accomplished evil. Wow. Sounds like the middle of a story, doesn't it? What's it say over here? The one who narrows his eyes is planning deceptions. The one who compresses his lips brings about evil. Right. Right. You go like this. People do that. They're planning on doing something. They go, like with their eyes. They do that. 31. A crown of beauty are gray hairs. In the way of righteousness it is found. Right. Old and wise, and your hair turns gray. You're wise. Crown of beauty. Not everybody feels that way about gray hairs. 32. Better is the slow to anger than the mighty, and the ruler over his spirit than one who is taking a city. I like the way that says it over here. Patience is better than power, and controlling one's temper than capturing a city. We'll highlight that here just because we did over there. Right? Patience is better than power. Okay? Not easy, but something you need to practice. Right? 33. In the center is their lot cast, and from Jehovah is all its judgment. Right. They used to cast lots for things, this long straw, the short straw. Whoever got it, they say, that's God wants you to do this, right? And they did that. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 16. We'll go over the highlights here real quick. Rule unto Jehovah thy works, and established are thy purposes. Got that? Commit your activities to the Lord, and your plans will be achieved. Okay? It's fun to read these old Bibles from 120 years ago, but they talk different then. Okay, they live different then. This was probably all written by hand. Okay? But commit your activities to the Lord, and your plans will be achieved. Okay? It's that simple. Pray first. Right? Pray first over everything. Okay? Lord, bless my drive to work. Okay? Just everything. Okay, 5. An abomination to Jehovah is every proud one of heart. What's it say? Everyone with a proud heart is detestable to the Lord. An abomination, detestable, is somebody who is prideful. Right? I'm all this. I'm better than you. God is detestable to the Lord. And there are people that act like they just think they're better than everybody else. Okay? That's detestable. Remember, that's detestable. Should be humble. Okay? 8, we highlighted better is a little with righteousness than abundance of increase without justice. right? Great income without justice, ill-gotten gains, right? Better is a little with righteousness, right? You should be on the Lord's side, right? 16, we highlighted. To get wisdom, how much better than gold, and to get understanding, to be chosen than silver, right? Getting wisdom, how much better is it than gold, and get understanding is preferable to silver, right? Wisdom and understanding is more valuable than gold and silver or money or jewels, big cars. You got that? Wisdom and understanding. If you get that, then everything else comes naturally. So, and 18, before destruction is pride, and before stumbling, a haughty spirit. Right? Pride goeth before a fall, my grandmother used to say. Right? God doesn't like pride. It comes before destruction. There's always somebody that will knock you over if you think you are all that. I highlighted this. 20. The wise in any matter findeth good, and whoso is trusting in Jehovah owe his happiness. The one who trusts in the Lord will be happy. The one who understands a matter finds success. Right? Understanding. Wisdom and understanding. Okay. 23 and 24 kind of go together. The heart of the wise causeth his mouth to act wisely, and by his lips he increaseth learning. Sayings of pleasantness are a honeycomb, sweet to the soul, healing to the bone. Right? Heart of the wise causes your mouth to act wisely. Right? And by his lips he increaseth learning. Right? Increases learning with its speech. Right? Right? Pleasant words. What do you say? Pleasant words. Okay? Causeth his mouth to act wisely by saying pleasant words. Kind, uplifting things. Right? Sweet to the soul and healing to the bone. Increases learning. See, it all goes together. In 28, a forward man sendeth forth contention. A talebearer is separating a familiar friend. Right? A contrary man spreads conflict, and a gossip separates close friends. God hates gossip. It goes on rampantly, even in the church. Okay, did you hear what so-and-so did? That's not very Christian-like, is it? Well, it's none of your business, is it? Right? Somewhere, all these rumor mills and the gossip started with one person that betrayed a confidence, okay? And when it gets back to the person everybody's talking about, he's going to know, I only told this to one person and now everybody knows it. That person is out of my life forever. Right? Separates close friends. Very important. And we highlighted 32. Better is the slow to anger than the mighty, and the ruler his spirit than he is who is taking a city. Wow. Let's read that over here. Patience is better than power in controlling one's temper than capturing a city. Ruling over one's spirit. Controlling your temper. Right. We all need to work on this. Some of us more than others. Okay. I've always had a bit of a temper, being the kind of an introvert and stuff. But we work on that all the time. So there you go. That's Proverbs 16. So stay tuned later today in our Through the Bible in a Year, day 321, I believe, and we're in the book of Acts. All right? Done with the Gospels and on with Acts. But remember today's lessons, all right? Remember those. Watch it again if you need to. But till later, we'll keep going. See you then.